Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our 2023 NASCAR Heat 5 mod career mode here. We're looking at the race results from the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series action that occurred at the Richmond Raceway. It was the Truck Series regular season finale, and it was Grant Enfinger picking up the win, his second of the season over Ty Majeski, Lane Riggs, Tyler Ankrum, Caden Honeycutt the top five. Mason Massey with a huge sixth-place run to punch his ticket to the chase. See that the rest of the grid, not the finishes that Thad Moffitt, Lawless Allen, or Brett Moffitt were looking for, but it is Enfinger picking up the win in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series regular season finale from Richmond. Now we're going to updated Craftsman Truck Series playoff grid going into their chase opener, which will of course be at the Darlington Raceway. But first, you have the ending regular season standings where you got Honeycutt won the regular season championship. He made the chase along with Grant Enfinger, Stuart Friesen, Lane Riggs, and Ty Majeski, the top five in points. Mason Massey took up one wildcard spot with his Atlanta race win, and then Ben Rhodes and Tyler Ankrum took two wildcard spots on points, with Chase Purdy, Jake Garcia, Matt DiBenedetto, Andres Perez, and Tony Bradinger just being on the outside, missing out on making the chase. So there you go. Honeycutt will look to go back-to-back championships of Truck Series. Mason Massey looks to continue the Cinderella run of the century here in the chase now as the eighth. And now we're going to look at the updated NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series playoff grid into their playoff opener at Darlington, where Caden Honeycutt, your defending series champion, takes up that number one seed with a comfortable 29-point cushion above the cut line. Stuart Friesen, Grant Enfinger, and Lane Riggs right now would be joining him in the championship four, but we have three races to decide that for the championship round of races. Remember, this is three races round of 8, and then we'll have a four-race championship round with the final four. Then you got Ty Majeski, Tyler Ankrum, Mason Massey, Ben Rhodes right there below that cut line with some work to do if they want to find their way into the championship four round to have a shot at winning the Craftsman Truck Series championship. The chase for that begins at Darlington next episode. And now look at the NASCAR Xfinity Series race results from their round of 12 elimination race at the Michigan Raceway, where it was Connor Zilisch picking up the win, his third of the season. Zilisch punches his ticket to the round of 8. Ryan Sieg with a tremendous second place finish for him. Riley Herbst, Jesse Love, and Ty Majeski the top five. Allgaier, Sawalich 6 and 7, but Sawalich needed to win. He probably won't advance. Daniel Hemrick comes home in 9th. Shout out Corey LaJoy coming home P8 in our car. Then you got Ryan Truex in 11th, Brandon Jones 14th, Quaffle 15th, Mozak 17th, and Taylor Gray all the way down in 34th. Luckily, he has that Daytona win to fall back on that'll put him through to the next round. So the Xfinity Series round of 12 elimination race, Zilisch picks up the win. Here's the round of 12 playoff grid. Zilisch and Taylor Gray locked themselves in the next round with wins. Jesse Love, Herbst, Allgaier, and Ryan Sieg and Ryan Truex all had very comfortable point cushions. They easily worked their way through. And then Daniel Hemrick comes from below the cut line to take the final spot in the round of 8 by just 6 points over Connor Mozak, who will be eliminated, as well as Gibbs Racing teammates Brandon Jones and William Sawalich, and then Mozak's Junior Motorsports teammate of Carson Quaffle. The four of those guys just couldn't quite do what they needed to do this round. They are now going to be eliminated from the chase and be down to just 8 drivers going to the round of 8 in the Xfinity Series playoffs. So here is that playoff grid. Bristol will be the round of 8 opener, followed by Kansas and Las Vegas. Justin Allgaier sits as the number one seed, a 21-point gap to the cut line. Jesse Love at plus 13. Zilisch 8 points above the cut line. Daniel Hemrick in 4th, 5 points in the bubble to make that championship 4 round. Ryan Truex just on the outside, 5 points out. Herbst 8 points out. Then Taylor Gray and Ryan Sieg have their work cut out for them at 17 and 18 points below the cut line respectively. So it should be interesting. Xfinity Series set for the round of 8. Truck Series set for the round of 12. And now today's main event is the NASCAR Cup Series Southern 500 from Darlington Raceway to begin the Cup Series chase for the Cup here. As stories of the race, Austin Cindric failed inspection, as did Corey Heim, who's our first big name playoff driver to have an issue. Corey Heim fails pre-race inspection, has to start at the rear of the field. An uphill climb for the sophomore driver, making his first ever playoff appearance after he got that win at Canada, thanks to me and Austin Cindric choking that one away. Now we begin this race on number 99 Sirius XM Dale Earnhardt Jr. throwback paint scheme here from the 12th position on the outside of Bubba Wallace as we try to find our way to another Southern 500 victory to our resume, a track we have been so successful at over the past couple of years and seasons in this career mode that we have gone through here. Of course, looking for a four-peat of championships. We get a little shot to Chastain, our teammate. There he gets up on the wall. We're stuck up on the outside lane right now. We can't go anywhere. We're trapped in between Chastain and Bubba Wallace. This one I thought we had a hole to go to the inside. Kyle Larson fills that space in the 5. Of course, beat us in this race last season when we were chasing him down there at the end. He's going to get by us, and now we bounce off the wall in turn 1, trying to hold off Ryan Preece. Hit the wall again. Bounce off Preece a second time. Into the wall we go. Preece sideways, and around goes the 15 of Ryan Preece, spinning down the back straightaway. Here at Darlington, no caution. We stay green, and we continue to struggle. Give a little shot there to the 60 of Justin Haley for RFK Racing, and we finally are able to get clear for 13th. After a ton of contact, now we settle into a rhythm. A few laps later, catch our teammate Ross Chastain in the 1, get by him for 12th. Of course, trying to make up for what happened last week, the absolute disaster class with us trying to help him make the chase, and we completely ended up upside down on our lid. Now we'll go by Chandler Smith for 11th, then here comes the 60 coming back on us. Justin Haley has a rocket ship of a race car today. He flies by us for 11th. Now on lap 5, a few laps later, Corey Heim into the wall. Big playoff implications. Heim wrecks with a flat tire. He will still be in the race though, but a pretty much day-ending incident for Corey Heim, but we stay green, no caution. And now we work our way by Chase Elliott in the 9 for 11th on the racetrack. Unbelievable. Now down the backstretch field here, we catch Bubba Wallace, go to the inside of Bubba, and we are now found our way into the top 10 for the first time here tonight in the Starter 500. Now field upstairs, we have tracked down Ty Gibbs, who of course got the huge win at Daytona to cement his position in the chase for the Cup there right at the end of the regular season last time out. Now has 2 wins on the season, making his playoff debut, and we'll drive by him in 3-4 for 9th, and a little aggressive, just get a tiny little bit of a Darlington stripe right there against the wall. Gibbs takes advantage, swings right to our inside here. The ensuing lap, we continue to scrap it out with the 54, 14 to go in stage 1, trying to work the inside lane away from Gibbs. We squeeze him up the track a little bit, just a tiny little bit of contact, nothing crazy. We get loose though through center 1 and 2. Now we're able to clear Ty Gibbs and secure 9th position on the racetrack. And now here we come, making our way down to pit road. Had to really lift there to avoid spinning out, and we get beat by Ty Gibbs on pit entry. That's on me there. I was very conservative just because I didn't want to risk getting a speeding penalty. I mean, it's just too much of a setback to risk doing that, so I'm willing to lose a little bit of time coming into pit road if it means not getting penalized. So we're coming in for 4 tires and fuel, get us ready to go to the end of the stage here. Hopefully put us in a good spot, get some stage points, and put ourselves in a great spot to advance to the round of 8 for the 4th consecutive season. Of course, we've 3-time defending champions here in our NASCAR 5 NASCAR Cup Series in our career. So we currently come out on the racetrack in 26th position as a few guys get by us. We hit the wall coming out of 2 there, just merging too quickly onto the track. My bad there. Now down the front straight, we're passing all the guys that pit. We unlap ourselves from William Byron, which is very, very important. And we are up to 16th place on the racetrack. We're passing Bubba here for 15th in a second. As we go, but ahead of us, 11 Denny Hamlin merging out of pit road, gets run over by Brad Keselowski, and around goes the 11 of Denny Hamlin. The progressive Toyota goes around. Hamlin crashes off the bumper of Brad Keselowski. We barely avoid getting collected. He just takes out his teammate Ty Gibbs. Huge hits behind us. You see Hamlin merging back on the racetrack. He gets hit by Bubba Wallace, and Ty Gibbs nowhere to go. Vicious impact. All 3 cars still in the race, but that will bring out a caution to make a very intriguing end to stage 1 as we work our way by Ryan Blaney and Justin Haley now in this restart, fighting for 11th, trying to break our way back into the top 10. William Byron, your race leader. The strategy worked out perfectly for him, whereas the rest of us are left fighting back here. We send it in on Christopher Bell, make the 3-wide pass work. Into 9th we go. Now doing battle with Kyle Larson and the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek, who is just really holding things up here. As we go into turn 1 and 2, we give Nemechek a bump. Oh, bump and run. We all squeeze in the wall. Larson and Christopher Bell gets in. West after we bounce the 5 into the wall. Bell shunts us out of the way. Contact again. Squeezes up into the wall again out of turn 2. So I'm a little bit frustrated at the 20 Christopher Bell right now. So going to 3 and 4, we're going to send to give him a hard hit in the outside wall, and it backfires. We're spinning into the outside wall. We save it, but Justin Haley does not. He's destroyed. Big damage to Ty Gibbs as we bounce off Christopher Bell in the 20. Significant damage. You have to come down and get that fixed, as well as 4 tires and fuel. We'll restart in 31st here on this run to the finish of stage 1. We have a lot of work cut out for us. We are already quickly making work of the back half of the field here, going by Todd Gilliland, Zane Smith, Noah Gregson, the front row drivers. Now working by Alex Bowman The chase driver struggling here today, as well as Shane Van Gisbergen right up here at the back end of the top 20. Slide job on our teammate at Chastain. Very aggressive move. That moves us into 17th here in Darlington. Now a few laps later, we've got the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. We'll go by him for 16th. This is the last lap of stage 1. Now we send it to the inside of Ryan Blaney. Completely no respect. My bad on that one. Drive him up into the wall there. Get by him. Now we go by Joey Logano. Ty Gibbs being ultra aggressive on this restart. Into 13th place here. Coming to the last corner of stage 1. We send it underneath Justin Haley. Austin Hill go right by them and into Eric Jones. We use him basically as our brake, squeezing him over to the wall. Now we're going to try to hold off the 3 here to get the last stage point. Byron wins stage 1, and we barely hang on and somehow drive our way up from 31st to 10th in 3 laps to get a single stage point. Byron, the stage 1 winner. How about Ryan Preece recovering to be 2nd? Carson Hocevar 3rd. Reddick and Hamlin the top 5. Then Busher, Elliott, Bell, Larson, and myself. So you right there have 6 playoff drivers getting points. Byron, Hamlin, Elliott, Bell, Larson, and I. So now we stay out. Well, we don't stay out. We come down pit road. We take only right side tires and fuel, which allows us to cycle out, jump to the lead of this race on the restart. And we're able to clear William Byron. And now we are leading the Southern 500, leading our first laps of the night. Now here comes the 77 of Carson Hocevar. Early in the second stage, Hocevar to the inside, going for the lead, completely wipes out, forces us both to go in the wall. This is Byron. Bell gets into us again. And we lose a bunch of position. Now down to 5th place, and now the next lap we get to the outside wall in 3 and 4, just making too many mistakes. Ryan Preece goes by, having the run of his life here at Darlington. Now here comes the 24. William Byron gets to our outside. Now we drop down to 7th, and we continue to slip down the running order here in the Southern 500 with our struggles. The other car's being faster than us, and a caution comes out. A caution on the speedway because the 4 of Noah Gregson, sorry, the 38 of Noah Gregson rather, blows a tire out of turn 4. Collects Jesse Love, and then some more cars at the back end of the field. That brings out the yellow. Noah Gregson going around. So we come down pit road. We're the only one to come in, and we'll restart back in 31st. We're going to make quick work of Jesse Love, Noah Gregson now going by Suarez, Michael McDowell up into 27th. I'm trying to get whatever tire advantage back because I was really slipping back on that 2-tire call. That was not going to work out, so I had to change strategies. We go for a big slide in turn 3, avoid completely wiping out. But that allows Chandler Smith and Stenhouse to drive back away, and we drop back down to 28th. Now scrapping out with Michael McDowell for 27th, which is a battle we will win here in turn 1. We'll make that pass. Now we send it on the outside lane. A nice creative little move here. And look, we are rolling on the outside lane right by Stenhouse and both Smiths, Chandler, and Zane. We go by both of them. Now into the top 25, we start sights on John Hunter Nemechek, who's had one hell of a run today. We get to the inside of John Hunter, as well as the 1 of Ross Chastain. We give him a little squeeze there, but we go by him. Now working on the 22 of Joey Logano. We give Logano a bump through turn 1. He's loose, a little bit of contact. Logano back into us, but we both somehow save it. Avoid what would have been a catastrophic wreck for both of our races and playoff chances. Luckily, we were able to hang on, and we get back in the top 20, driven by Todd Gilliland and Chase Elliott with ease. Now sending it to the inside of Elliott's teammate Alex Bowman, sending it too deep, completely punting Bubba Wallace right there, who manages to save his car, thankfully. And we continue on our charge through the pack, now going by our teammate Shane Van Gisbergen, SVG, for 16th position as he tries to just get whatever run, salvage whatever points he can here today, but it's just not his day. Now we go by Chase Briscoe to get into the top 15. Now setting sights on Austin Hill in the 3 and Ty Gibbs in the 54. Of course, his first career win came here in the spring race. I remember that because we were trying to chase him down at the end. But Ty Gibbs picked up the win. Now we go into 13th, going by Austin Hill. And now we're up to 8th as cars have come down pit road. So now the ensuing lap, Ty Gibbs will come down from right in front of us, as well as the other leaders, except Justin Haley and I. The last 2 cars here, really the true contenders out here on the racetrack. First and second, the ensuing lap, Haley comes in for his scheduled final stop of stage 2, and we will cycle out to be the race leader here in the Southern 500 once again. We pick up a stage win, and the caution is going to come out, trapping a lot of cars laps down. I couldn't find why the yellow came out, but now there's just 5 cars on the lead lap. Justin Haley in the 60, who's leading. Noah Gregson in the 38, who's on the same strategy as I am, so that last yellow. And then the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek, who has played the strategy game bloody brilliantly here at Darlington. And now he will clear us, as will Gregson. We made a little bit of a mistake trying to get by the 38. So we're back to 4th. Now we send it to 3 and 4. He gives Nemechek a little bump. There's only 2 to go on the stage, by the way. We're coming to the last lap of the stage, so we basically use up John Hunter there, get into 2nd. Now, last corner of stage 2, we're just going to run out of time. Can't quite get back up there to your leader. Who's going to win stage 2? Justin Haley wins stage 2 here in Darlington for RFK Racing. We come through in second to earn 9 points. Nemechek, Gregson, and William Byron in the top 5. Reddick, Logano, Chastain, Elliott, and Eric Jones the top 10. So only 4 playoff drivers getting stage points. And this time, myself in second, William Byron in 5th, Joey Logano in 7th, and Chase Elliott in 9th. But a huge stage win for Justin Haley, proving the doubters wrong here, freshly after just missing out on the chase for the Cup, having a strong performance in the Southern 500. And now we are restarting 5th here on this restart, trying to get by Byron, Gregson, Nemechek to begin the 3rd and final stage of racing, which we do. Into 2nd place we go now, and once again, we have to find our way by Justin Haley, but we do have slightly fresher tires than him. Keep that in mind. There's a huge advantage as we dive bomb him into turn 3 and 4 completely, using up to 60 of Justin Haley. Now we find ourselves back out front, leading the Southern 500 with just 31 laps to go. A few laps later, still holding the lead. And into the wall we go through the center of turn 1 and 2. A huge mistake right there. Here comes the 60. We come up into him. We're both in the wall. And a chaotic turn of events here in Darlington. Intense battle for the lead between myself and Justin Haley, having one hell of a drive in the 60 here tonight, trying to get his first career Cup Series win. We race him clean there through 3 and 4. Just a tiny little bit of contact on exit, giving him enough room. He'll lead this lap now, just 25 to go. Haley and I just exchanging haymakers here in the Southern 500. Haley does not want to finish second again like he did last week, but we managed to clear the 60, reestablish control, take the racing downward to the wall into turn 3 and 4 significantly again. But the caution comes out because behind us in turn 1, Austin Hill blows a tire, crashes in the outside wall, collects Joey Logano a little bit, and Austin Hill will drop to the back of the field. Now we have another restart where we will restart in second after pitting alongside John Hunter Nemechek, who had a very weird pit strategy going on right now. So here are 18 to go. Nemechek currently the leader. I'm trying to hang on his outside. I got Haley right there behind me. We are really trying to work the outside of this 42 if we can get it done here. Through 3 and 4, we work the outside, send it by him, a beautiful move, and we now clear John Hunter Nemechek and are back out front once again here at Darlington in the Southern 500, trying to punch our ticket to the round of 8. Now a few laps later, we go too high up the racetrack, and here comes Haley to the inside, and Justin Haley leads the Southern 500 with just 15 laps to go. Reddick clips the wall behind us as I try to throw a haymaker block. Few laps there, now we go a little high in 3 and 4 once again. Now here comes the 45 of Tyler Reddick, easily driving by on the inside lane. And now William Byron takes advantage of the 24, and Byron will go by. Now we drop all the way down to 4th position on the racetrack here at Darlington as Byron gets a little loose sideways. The 24 is going to spin head on to the outside wall. Hard crash for William Byron. A big mistake from myself, giving him a little bit of a bump going to the corner. Byron can't quite save it. We gave him a little bit of help right there, and he completely wipes out. Huge damage. Destroys his race car, collects Chris Buescher. It brings out the caution as he gets hit by Keselowski again. And now it's going to be a 6-lap dash to decide the winner of the Southern 500. Right now at the front is Justin Haley versus John Hunter Nemechek. I decided to pit, take fresh tires, as did Tyler Reddick in the 45 and the 24 William Byron. Gibbs, Hamlin, Nemechek, and Gregson in front of us, they are on older tires. So we are trying to make it as quick as possible, which we do by descending it 3 wide, easily clearing Gregson and Nemechek. Into second we go, setting our sights on Justin Haley now with just 4 laps to go here at Darlington. Can we track down the 60 to win this race? Haley on the inside lane trying to hang on. We are closing in. We swing to the inside. Here we go, side by side for the lead. Down the backstretch, coming to 3 to go in the Southern 500. Haley just left the door wide open. We took advantage, and now we're going to completely throw a slide job at him in 3 and 4. We bounce off the wall, but we're able to clear Haley, and now we are leading the Southern 500 with just 3 laps to go, trying to punch our ticket to the round of 8. And here we go. White flag, final lap presented by Credit One Bank here in Darlington, South Carolina. We have extended our lead to about half a second over Justin Haley, just trying to hang on, bring it home, and get our 11th win of the season. This time, locking ourselves into the round of 8 in the playoffs for a 4th consecutive season as we get nice and conservative through 3 and 4. And we're going to bring her home with the checkered flag. And after a wild late race turn of events, we have won the Southern 500 at Darlington. We're going to the round of 8 after a remarkable comeback drive in the final 6 laps of this race. And now we're going to burn it down on the front straightaway to celebrate a huge win And we get this Dale Jr. throwback in victory lane at Darlington, which is just so cool. And so we get it done here in the Southern 500, and we are on to the round of 8. So now we can relax a little bit, not feel any pressure at Gateway or Bristol the next couple of races. And now we're going to go to Victory Lane, celebrate with the pit crew, who was absolutely phenomenal on pit road all day. Never lost us spots. We were either gaining spots or just holding strong. So great job by the pit crew today. Gets us in Victory Lane. Now we get your final race results here from the Southern 500. We, of course, pick up the win. Justin Haley, for the second race in a row, comes up in second position. Starting to be a little bit like Sheldon Creed, racking up all these second-place finishes. When will he go to victory lane? I mean, it's only a matter of time. He showed a lot of speed the last few weeks. Then William Byron, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, my fellow playoff drivers, round out the top 5. Then you got Reddick, Gregson, Nemechek, Busher, Keselowski. Great day for RFK. All 3 cars in the top 10. Larson, Blaney, and Bell in the top 15. Bowman and Elliott down in 19th and 20th. SVG 23rd. Logano 25th. And Corey Heim, a horrible day, down in 34th place. Going to set up for a very interesting playoff grid. Going to race 2 of the round of 12 at Gateway. Next time out, we know our fate. We are locked into the next round after our big win here tonight. Byron, Bell, Hamlin are looking really good with 30-plus point buffers to that cut line. Ty Gibbs jumps all the way up to 5th now, 18 to the good. Larson sits only 16 above the cut line, so he has to be careful. Then Logano and Chase Elliott sit tied at the bubble, both only 4 points above Ryan Blaney for the last spot in the round of 8. Bowman only out by 6 points right there. SVG now drops to 16 out, and Corey Himes is 25 points below the cut line, falling closer and closer to must-win territory as we approach the end of the round of 12 at Gateway and Bristol the next 2 episodes. So we get the big win of the Southern 500, and as always, at the end of these videos, I want to give a shout-out to my channel members. Thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley. I really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me. It helps me and the channel continue to grow and produce some awesome content. Now looking to work towards 2,000 subscribers. So those of you that are not watching, or those of you that are watching this video and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. Only takes a couple of seconds. I really appreciate it. And if you want to become a paid member, link is down below. And until next time, I hope you all have a good one.